What is up, everyone? It's Lunar here, and today I'm going to bring you a quick, or maybe not so quick, video about recoloring your artwork and just coloring your artwork in general. So let's get started with this. Okay, so this isn't that hard to color the first time, right? You have outlines which are black, and you recolor them however you want. And you have the fill color, which is orange. Yeah, orange. And so yeah, that's orange, and you want to change the color, but look what happens whenever I do. And this happens because there are the counters in the letters. If I change to green, it'll fill in the counters, and then you'll have to go in manually and either delete the counters or change the color of the counter back to the background. So instead of going through all that trouble, I'm going to show you this awesome tool that will help you recolor your artwork like a boss. Okay, and the way I like for it to do it is to have my sample colors out to the side. So as you can see, I was kind of messing with this aqua color also. And if you drag off a copy, let's just use red. And yeah, so I'll show you how to do it. If you have to select your art, so select everything that you want to color or recolor, and then hold shift to select more things. So there's red, and then there's the aqua color. And then with everything selected, there should be a button up here that looks kind of like a color wheel or maybe a gradient wheel, and it's called Recolor Artwork. And if you do not see it up there, you can go to Edit Colors, and then Recolor Artwork is right here. Okay, so now when you click on it, you see this panel, and this is confusing. I understand that. So I'll try to make it as not confusing as possible. Okay, so these are your four colors you have selected. There is a black in the lines, there's orange, there's the aqua, and then there's the red. You need to, if there's ever anything that doesn't have anything right here, see, like these three have something right there, but this one doesn't. It says to double click to add or edit color, and but first you want to add a new primary color to the current harmony. Not really sure why they chose that wording, but you usually just hit yes, and so it'll add the little box thing. And what it says is double click to edit color. You can double click in here and drag your little thing around, and it'll change the color out here. But now I don't want to do that, so I'm going to change it back to this red. And the way I did that is, like, say you messed up. If you click and drag, it says drag to move color. So if you click and hold, you'll see the hand, but then if you start to drag it, you can drag it onto other things. And so I'm going to change this back to the original aqua. Okay, so why are you showing us all this, Lunar? Why are you doing this to us? Well, to change the colors easily, let's say that I want to try maybe red with a black outline. So you would grab the red, and you want your orange to be red. So you would grab the long bar of red and drag it to the short rectangle of orange. And it changes all of the orange you have selected to red. It didn't change this because I didn't have it selected. It would have changed this square if it was also selected. And you can see that it did not fill in the counters because it only changes what was orange. And since the counters were not orange, they don't change colors. Okay, so now let's practice this again. Let's say you want to make the red now. Let's say you want to make it the aqua color. So you would just drag from the long bar and drag it to this square where the orange is and let go. And then now you have aqua in the inside. And let's say that you hate all of this and you want to go back to the orange. Well, you can either hit cancel, or you can drag from the orange over and make it orange again. So this is one example, and now I will show you another example. This is my new YouTube logo, and let's say you want to change the color palette a little bit. Let's say you want to make it like browns instead of blues. Okay, so I'm just making my sample colors out here, and so I have a dark navy, which I'll use the dark brown. I have a kind of pale royal navy kind of thing going on, which I can use maybe this brown, and then I have a lighter blue, which I'll use this tan. And I need to make sure that everything's unlocked, which it is. select everything. Well, not everything's unlocked because you can see that it did not select the background. There we go. So select everything, hold shift, drag, and select your other stuff. So now you can see that I have everything selected, or you can just select all of it at once. Go back to the Recolor Artwork, and so now you see that I have more colors, and I can actually get rid of the pink because there's a pink outline around all of these, and if I get rid of that, it should get rid of the pink color, just to make it a little bit simpler. Okay, yeah. So I need to create the harmony with this one, and I think this is, it always kind of defaults with a black in there, like a black and a white sometimes, but this time it didn't default with a white, it defaulted with only black. And sometimes whenever you do this, like say you have black right here and you drag it onto something else, it's like turns gray. You want to hit specifies colorization method and make sure that it's exact and not scale tints. And whenever you hit it again, it'll stay selected. Okay, so the background navy, I said that I wanted to make the dark brown, so I would drag the large dark brown to the small dark navy, and sometimes it doesn't work on the first try, so just try it again and it should work after the second try. And so now I want to change all of this color to this sienna brown maybe, and there we go. Wait, no, okay, that was the wrong one. I made a mistake. It's this one. So that one I'll just drag back over to make it blue again. And then I said that for the lightest blue, I wanted to make it kind of, you know, the tan color. So let's drag that over. And so now I have like an earthy moon, like dirt colors for the moon. Okay, so let me show you a reason why I like using this method over just like kind of selecting everything and just selecting something on the swatches. So let's say you have a square, and let's make it forest green. Let's take away the fill, and I'm gonna just do basic shapes just to keep it somewhat simple, but you can substitute these basic shapes for whatever you are working on, like literally anything, like words, letters, objects, anything. And then say you have a line, and this line has a stroke color, not a fill color. Okay, so there's your line. And let's say you have another circle that doesn't have a fill, but it has an outline color. Okay, so here is your scenario. These three shapes, let's say you want to make them all red. Well, if you just want to make them all red, you can do that pretty easily because they all have a fill color and no stroke color. So you just select all of them and then make them all red, like so. But now the difficulty comes whenever you select like objects with fill colors and then objects with stroke colors and no fill colors. You see the question mark, that means it's like mixed colors. Well, you'll see what happens whenever I select red again. What it does is it changes these two fill colors to red, and it changes this fill color to red but not the outline. Well, this object you didn't want to have a fill color, and then this object didn't change at all because there is no fill color, it's just a straight line. So the way that you can overcome this is if you select both of these and then both of these, and if you want to make them all the same red, first I'll have to make a little reference swatch. If you want to make them all the same red in one take, you can just select everything, go into Recolor Artwork. So you want the outline of the circle to be red, boom. You want the line to be red, I think it was this one, yeah, boom. You want the fill colors to be red, and there you go. Now you don't have to worry about changing this fill color back, and you don't have to worry about selecting this one individually to change the line color. And okay, so let me create another scenario real quick that this could be really helpful. So I'll be back. Okay, so this is the last example that I'll show, and this is what makes this tool or option powerful in my opinion. Okay, so pretend this picture of Yu-Gi-Oh cards is a portrait that you're working on and you need to image trace it and recolor it easily. Well, okay, so this is the original picture and this is the image trace of 6 colors, I think. And so this is your portrait that you're working on. Well, it's expanded, and as you can see, there's like tons of these little individual things that if you wanted to recolor of each color, it would take forever if you did it manually. And I mean, there are a couple ways to do this, but I will show you one way now with the Recolor Artwork option. So I'm going to select all the things that I need. I need the 3 boxes for the colors, and I need the original picture. And then, you know, I'll go into Recolor Artwork, and these are all the different grays that are in the picture, along with, I think, this white. Okay, so instead of having to individually select each of the darker gray colors, you can just take the green color now and drag it over. And what it does is it changes all of that one color in the art to this green color. And let's say you want all the lighter white color to be this blue. And the same thing, it changes all of the lighter white to that blue. And by doing this, you're avoiding spending all that time like zooming in and like individually selecting each of these things to color them individually. And I think with this I will end the episode, and let me know if you guys have any questions about this, and I will definitely see you next week with a brand new episode.